What's going on, Fight Fam? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the main event happening this Saturday, July 12th in New York between Edgar Berlanga and Hamzah Sheeraz. Now, this is going to be a close fight, so let's take a deeper look at the stats. I'll give an analysis, I'll give my prediction of the fight, and we'll take a look at the odds as well. And I'll let you all know if I'm going to be betting on this fight, and then you all can provide feedback down in the comment section and let me know what you think of this fight. I think this is a very interesting and stylistic matchup we have here. So let's look at the records of the fighters. Edgar Berlanga is 23-1. His one loss came to Canelo Alvarez. That's kind of when he got on the map for a lot of people, especially in the build up to that fight. And then after the fight, although he lost, he had this huge parade, which I have never seen someone do that after a loss before, but a shout out to him for remaining confident through it all. And Hamzah Sheeraz is 21-0 and 1, so his one draw came recently, actually in his last fight against Carlos Adames. And a lot of people disagree with that decision. They thought that Carlos Adames won that fight. Now, this won't be a popular opinion, but I think that a draw was a good call for that fight. There were a lot of swing rounds in there. Now, Edgar Berlanga is 28 years old. Hamzah Sheeraz is 26. This would be Hamzah Sheeraz's first fight at 168 pounds. Edgar Berlanga has been fighting at 168 pounds, so I definitely think he'll have an advantage there, which I'll discuss during my analysis and when I'm predicting the fight. As far as height goes, Edgar Berlanga is 6'1", Hamzah Sheeraz is 6'3", and then the reach of Edgar Berlanga is 73 inches, and Hamzah Sheeraz is 75 inches. So Sheeraz does have the height and the reach advantage. Now, as far as what both guys do really well, Hamzah Sheeraz is an excellent boxer. He has great technique, great movement. He's very fluid with his punches, excellent with combinations. He works well at distance, works well on the inside. I really like when he fights using his jab. I think he could have used that more against Adames to, keep him at a distance and not let him get in so much. I know he did say he sustained a hand injury in that fight, so maybe that has something to do with it. As far as Edgar Berlanga goes, I mean, this dude hits like a truck. He has excellent power. When he uses his jab, he has a pretty good jab. I don't think he uses it enough because he's just on go mode pretty much the entire time trying to get his opponent out of there. And in most fights, he's able to do that due to the power that he possesses. And Edgar Berlanga is also a big guy for 168 pounds. I do think the fight that he had with Canelo, although he lost, I think that was a great learning experience for him, and that he definitely will grow from that experience because he was in there with Canelo, and yet he was getting schooled, but he got dropped. He got up. He continued to fight. He did not back down from Canelo at all, and I think that says a lot about his character and his heart. This fight is going to be in New York, so I 100% expect Edgar Berlanga to really show up for this fight and really try to make a statement here. As far as Hamzah Sheeraz goes, I mentioned his boxing ability, his skill. I definitely think pure boxing, he's a better boxer than Edgar Berlanga as far as technique and things like that go. Some things that I don't like that Shiraz does. I feel like, on that jab, sometimes guys can come over the top of that with the overhand. Carlos Adames caught him a couple times with that, and I think Berlanga's going to be looking for that shot. And if he gets caught with that overhand right from Berlanga, then I think it could be lights out for him. I also don't like how Hamza Shiraz kind of shells up in the high guard when somebody's pressing him and applying pressure because Edgar Berlanga, he hits entirely too hard for that because he'll just hit him on the arms and that will be effective, and he may even be able to pierce the guard. But also in the high guard, I think he's going to be susceptible to body shots if Berlanga chooses to go downstairs and work that body, especially on a taller fighter. So I think Hamzah Sheeraz is going to have to be extremely careful with that. And is he's going to have to, move, use his boxing skills, and he does exchange, which I think he's an excellent inside fighter. I think he may even be a better inside fighter than Berlanga as far as combinations go. But I don't think that he possesses the power to knock Berlanga out. Like, yeah, I think he could definitely hit him and hurt him. But as far as ending him or ending the fight, I don't think that he can do that because Berlanga was taking some hard shots on Canelo. Like, he was taking some hard shots, and Canelo was trying to knock Edgar Berlanga out. And I don't think Hamzah Sheeraz moving up from 160 to 168 pounds, I don't think he's going to have that pop to stop Edgar Berlanga from coming forward. Because Edgar Berlanga, yeah, he's a great boxer. Like I said, he has a decent jab, he has a lot of power, but if it comes down to it, he will fight in there. And we saw that with Canelo. Like, he's not afraid to let his hands go. So it might not be pretty, but it's going to be effective if it comes down to it to where he's like, all right, I got to dig deep and I got to just go out there and win this fight. So my pick for this fight, I have Edgar Berlanga actually stopping Hamzah Sheeraz. I think it'll be like in the middle of the fight. I can see him getting a stoppage in maybe like round. Well, I don't want to say middle. I would say like later in the fight, but not like the later rounds. So probably at middle, like seventh, eighth round. I think Edgar Berlanga stops him. I just think his power is going to be too much. I think he's going to be catching him with that overhand right one too many times. And whenever Hamza goes into that high guard, I think Berlanga is just going to absolutely punish him. Now, I won't be surprised if Hamza is up on the cards at the time of the stoppage for my prediction because, like I said, I do think he is the better boxer, but Edgar Berlanga is not coming in there to win a decision. He's home, he's in New York. He knows that Turkey Al Sheikh is, you know, wants Shiraz to win. He doesn't hide that. We know Turkey Al Sheikh wants, Hamzah Shiraz to win. So I don't think Edgar Berlanga is even going to want to risk this going to the cards. So that's my prediction for this fight. Let me know what you all think below. Edgar Berlanga by KO in the seventh or eighth round, and then we'll take a look at the odds here. So for those of you all that don't know, I am located in Florida, so I use this app called the Hard Rock app. I'm going to sign in now, and I know the last time I checked, Edgar Berlanga was actually an underdog for this fight, which I absolutely love that. But when it comes to like betting on fights, you have to be strategic. You can't just bet on every single fight. So if it makes sense, then yeah, or I may, put in a parlay depending on what those odds are. This fight, I'm going with Berlanga by KO, but I'm not extremely confident in this pick. So something like this, I would probably put in a parlay, but we'll see also what the prop bets are. All right, so let's see. Edgar Berlanga is plus 115. Hamzah Sheeraz is minus 155. So yeah, Sheeraz is the favorite. You would have to put $155 on Hamzah Sheeraz to win 100. If you put 100 on Berlanga, you will win 115. Now for the winning method, Edgar Berlanga by KO is plus 260. I actually like those odds. That's decent. Yeah, that's nice. Edgar Berlanga by decision is plus 400. Now the tie, which, if you think this is like a 50-50 fight, which the odds are close to 50-50. The tie is plus 1400. Hamzah Sheeraz by KO, TKO, or DQ is plus 260. And Hamzah Sheeraz by decision is plus 185. Like if Shiraz were to win this fight, I think it would only be by decision. I don't think he can stop Berlanga. Now the fight winner three-way, that's where you kind of take the draw out, and it makes the odds a little better if you're betting on the underdog or even on a favorite. So Edgar Berlanga for the three-way bet is plus 125. Hamzah Sheeraz is minus 145. So I really like that plus 125 because regardless, like if he gets, ah, yeah, see that's the thing there. Like if it goes decision, I don't like. I think it's either like knockout or bust on this. If I'm gonna pick Berlanga for this, so yeah. So in this case, like I'm too back and forth with it. I'm not gonna put any money, at least on who I think is gonna win this fight. Now let's see what we have for the fight to go the distance. No, it's minus 105. Yes, minus 125. Oh, and we actually have knockdown odds. Okay, so Hard Rock doesn't always give us knockdown odds, but they did for this one. So over zero point 0.5 is minus 145. Under zero point 0.5 is plus 110. So over zero point 0.5, I really like that because I think either guy can get knocked down in this fight. Like Edgar Berlanga, if he got knocked down, I think it would be more of a flash knockdown. But Hamzah Sheeraz can definitely catch him on a flash knockdown. And I think Berlanga could recover from that. And I also see Berlanga either, like I said, knocking Sheeraz out or at least dropping him and Sheeraz maybe getting back up. But I do like this prop bet. So stay tuned to my post section because I may put that in a parlay. Now let's just see the round prop. So total rounds over 10.5 is minus 150. Under 10.5 is plus 120. Not going to put any money on that, but I think it stays under for this fight because, like I said, I think it ends in round 7 or 8. So that is my prediction for the main event of this fight. I'm super excited for this card. I think it happening in New York is going to be a huge benefit to Edgar Berlanga. It's kind of going to balance things out. Like, all right, Turkey's cool with Hamzah Sheeraz, but they're fighting in New York, so we're going to see a great clash. Again, let me know what y'all think below. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.